Morning, Trainiacs. Just winding down the recovery week after Half Ironman Puerto Rico. So it was a groovy 1,800 meters. Dig it. But I know for a fact that based on what I titled this video, that you aren't here to hear about my namby-pamby little swims. No, you're here to see Lucy Charles and Reece Barclay with their new Pro Triathlon Training Masterclass. They're live. Hey, what's up, Triathlon Trainiacs? This is Taren, and I just want to take a quick second to say thank you for your recent sign up. Now, a couple of things. Number one, it might take 5 to 15 minutes for all of the info to start getting into your inbox. If it's not there within that time, first thing you should do is check your spam folder, your junk folder, or your promotions tab. And if within, say, 15 to 20 minutes, you still haven't gotten any info, email me at Taren@triathlontaren.com from the email address that you signed up with, and let me know what we need to get to you. Thanks, and enjoy the goods. So, Trainiacs, after talking about this, thinking about it for, I want to say I started thinking about this in July of 2018. Pro triathlon training with all of the master classes. Lucy Charles teaches swimming, Cam Worf teaches biking, Sarah and Ben True teach running, and Aaron Carson, Marinda Carfrey, and Tim O'Donnell teach strength training. It's live. So all right, today what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about the highlights from the Lucy Charles and Reece Barclay. They're a pair, Team Charles Barclay. They're also married, if you didn't know. The highlights from their video courses, and then in another podcast we'll talk about some of the highlights from their audio files, because there's 20 video files, 6 audio files, I think it is. And at the end of this video, I'll give you a coupon so that you can go get yourself some swim training from LC. So in the very first video that we did with them, I said, what are the 3 main things that people need to get down, in your opinion, to be proficient at swimming? And Lucy and Reece said this.
Yeah, so the first most important thing I would say is your body position in the water. So that basically means that you want to be sitting quite high in the water, keeping a nice straight body position and making sure that you're not snaking around all over the place.
The second most important thing is your body alignment. You want to make sure that everything is in good alignment with good rotation, and not trailing your legs behind you in an L shape, creating drag, nice and tall on the water.
The catch phase in your stroke is probably one of the most important parts, because it's the thing that's actually going to propel you forward and make sure that you're actually moving and catching more water that's moving you forward faster.
I didn't prompt them on this, but coincidentally, this is very similar to what we all talk about with the Tower 26 work that you're all familiar with, which is tautness, alignment, propulsion. Tautness, not going like that. Propulsion, the catch. Alignment, where you sit in relation to the surface of the water. So Lucy knows what she's talking about. Reece knows what he's talking about. Crazy Mambo Jerry from Tower 26. It's all kind of coming along with these same principles that triathletes need to understand. Now, the next thing that was, I found this fascinating. I could have geeked out about this for months, and that's the difference between Lucy Charles' triathlon open water swim stroke and Reece Barclay's more pool-specific swim stroke.
If you're a really good swimmer, you can have a very nice looking stroke. They call it a smooth looking stroke. This is typically the kind of stroke that you would see in the swimming pool, maybe like watching, the likes of Michael Phelps, for example. And then on the other end of the spectrum, you could have what most swim coaches probably would call a scrappy looking stroke, high cadence, high turnover, reluctantly to say a little bit like Lucy's stroke, but it's much more productive for the open water.
Everything from how Lucy holds her arm to how little she kicks, her shoulder-driven rotation as opposed to the hip rotation, the stroke rate, the forcefulness on the water, the recovery, like all of these things are tremendously different. And it was really neat to have Lucy swimming on one side of the lane, Reece swimming on the other side of the lane, and hear the background of in the pool, Reece used to be the faster swimmer as they were growing up. And then all of a sudden they started doing triathlons, they go into open water, and magically, Lucy's faster. What the hell? And now Reece is having to teach himself how to swim more like Lucy. And it's because of all of these different techniques that they talk about in the class that allow her to be the fastest female Ironman swimmer ever. And this last one was really interesting. It was when I started talking to them a lot about that. How do you get... You want to come up, bud? You don't come up so quick. Come on. They like dogs too. When we started talking about that, how to get your legs up to the surface of the water and how to stop yourself from snaking side to side, one of the things that they really emphasized was core strength.
So this one is working across the whole plane of motion from the foot all the way up to the arm at the top. So the kinetic chain is getting a good workout here. You're using your core muscles to stabilize the resistance pulling from either side and also really warming up the shoulders as you pull through at the top. Again, engage the core muscles.
So we did a bunch of videos on how to warm up and have just more firm, kind of stable shoulders. We did an entire video on how to develop your core and your abdominal muscles. You gotta hear Reece say abdominals. Sounds like butter. And that it's that strength that allows you to stay firm in the water and be aligned or tight or have body position or lack of snaking, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same things, whether it's Reece or Lucy or Jerry from Tower 26, they're all saying similar things. And all of the information that we can take in to maybe have just sort of somebody say the same sort of thing in a little bit of a different message, if we can get all those principles down and have those messages hit us in a way that's like, oh, I get it now. Sometimes you hear it from me and it doesn't make sense. And then you hear it from Jerry and it doesn't make sense. But then you hear it from Lucy and it makes perfect sense. So those were just some of the highlights. Those are the really unique things that, well, number one, I was like totally fangirling with Lucy and Reece the entire time because they're super cool. And to be able to see how they train and the things that they look at as critical and not, I really liked it. So go check out protriathlontraining.com, and up until the end of April, you can get 20% off any course or all courses with pttlaunch.com. Later, Trainiacs. Yeah, they're live.